Hello, hello. How are you? Mary Starr here with just a couple of minutes to talk to you a little bit tonight about how my life could have been so much different. And why am I going to talk to you about this? Because I found this picture that I got when we moved. Oh my goodness, can you see this? I'm going to embarrass myself now, okay? I'm going to embarrass myself. But this is my first days of school. Okay, so here I am as a little kindergartner. Can you see that? And then first grade, second grade, third grade. And I was looking through these pictures, and I can see here in the fifth grade there, I look pretty miserable. Sixth grade, pretty miserable too. And I think back to me as a kid and me going through puberty and all of those years. And I think back to, what my life was like. I remember as a kid literally struggling so bad with allergies and that I was on amoxicillin, right? Sinus infections almost every other month. My mom used to keep the amoxicillin like in the medicine cabinet. So when I had issues, she didn't know. She just thought, oh, well, this is what I do. I was always going to Dr. Taft to get that. And then later, when I got a little bit older, they put me on something that I know they had to take off the market because by the time I was working as an intern in a hospital setting, I remember a person died from that medication mixing with like the anesthesia, but they don't even sell it. I want to say it was like Seldane or something like that, but it's not on the market anymore. And I just remember these years, like how miserable I was during, adolescence and how uncomfortable I was and how I put on extra weight. And you can't really see it. I don't think you can really see it, but I know when I actually know when I actually started exercising and feeling better and not knowing that exercise was so important to me. And the reason that I bring this to your attention is that most of us live the life that I live. Most parents don't know some of these tips and secrets and things why their kids are having allergies, why they might not being able to focus in school, all those things. And in my world of natural medicine and nutrition and wellness and essential oils, we learn a lot about that. We learn, and I at how old was I? 2002. How old was I? I don't know. My late 20s. In my late 20s, I started using a natural remedy. And I used to be so allergic to cats, right? So allergic. And that I remember being that kid that just was constantly sinusy, miserable, tired. You take the medicine that makes you tired, or take the Benadryl that makes you like can't even swallow. Your mouth is just dry. It was just miserable life. Well, I remember that, and I was in my 20s, late 20s, and I started using just a very simple, like it's kind of like a vitamin. It's got greens in it and some vitality essential oils and things like that. And I started taking that because I was going to a house that had a cat, right? I could never have cats or anything because I would always be allergic. And by the time I left that, I stayed there a week. I was watching their kids. By the time I left that house, I taking that specific natural remedy every day, a couple times a day. There was a cat they had that could sleep on my, he would sleep on me like during the day. He'd come up and be on me at night. And I just was like, this is a miracle. I cannot believe this. And I soon learned how alkalizing the body, and I learned about milk and what milk did for allergies and all these things that I have in my head that of course I want to share with you. But slowly through the years, I was able to change my body and my physiology by the things I put in my body, by chiropractic care, by exercise, by water, by the things I didn't drink anymore. All of these things made a radical change in my health. And I look back and I think about, like, what if I didn't have that? What if how much different would my adolescence have been? How much less weight? I was the third grader at 100 pounds. You know, I mean, I've really struggled with my weight, and I do think that it was a result of how I ate, what I did, what I didn't do, the exercise I didn't do, all of those things through my childhood. So now I have the opportunity with my kids to know better, right? So my kids at 8 and 11 have never had a sick doctor visit. Doesn't mean they don't get sick. We have the means and the ways to help them, right? They haven't been that ill. They never had tubes in their ears. They never had to get their tonsils out. And I don't want to say that, that'll never be or anything like that, but it's because just knowing some of those things. So I have to go to a class now, but I am committed to helping you with the knowledge I have. I have 21 years in natural medicine, studying from some of the world's top experts in nutrition and wellness and essential oils. I'm considered an essential oil expert because I've used premium essential oils for 21 years. Not just on my friends and family, but on hundreds and hundreds of clients, thousands by now. I am an expert in particular techniques and in different things like that. And I'm excited. I mean, I'm really excited that not only is my family's lives changing and the legacy that goes on in my house, but I have the opportunity to help some of you. So if you have always thought about, I wonder why my daughter is constantly going every morning, or my son has the dark circles under his eyes. And again, our family still has some of those things too, but I can pinpoint what we're doing, what we might be eating, what might be help them to get out of that situation, right? To get out of that. Even with my own son who has some complex issues, even with him, to things like ticks and little complex things that he has going on. We can even pinpoint things like nutrition and what might help him and how to stop that, and when it's bad, what were we doing. So anyway, I just came on to share that with you. I have to go off to a class now, but if you are maybe struggling right now with things like terrible allergies with your kids, your child maybe is very overweight and you want to help them, maybe you can't understand, like you feel like you're doing everything right, but it could be the one thing. And that's what I do. I help people put pieces of the puzzle together, and we do that by having some conversations, looking at what's going on, and then just slowly making some changes, some small changes, particularly using some natural remedies that can help that. So if you are serious about making some of those changes, about investing in you and your family's health, I would love to help you. Definitely message me and we'll get started on you not having to live like I did all those years into my late 20s, but really, really making those changes for you and your family and your children. All right. Have a great night. I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.